Hello everybody, I hope all of you are fine. This lecture is very much requested as some of the students missed this lecture, so I'm going to give you the lecture today. This is related to corporate finance and as we discussed in the first class that what is corporate finance, so I'm going to give you the tips and explanation what exactly is corporate finance. Corporate finance is actually the way to deal the finance of a company. Corporate means organization and finance means finance, money. So you have to deal the money of the organization in a best way so to get the effective results and best outcome for the organization. Everybody even in their practical life also need this tip because people want to manage their finance in a best way. If they manage it in a best way, they can get the good results. So the same thing applies on the companies and organization, and this is a particular subject like a backbone for any organization. And if finance is dealt well, so you can get good results. So uh, the first thing is that the importance of finance in day to day life. Importance of finance at each stage of life, as I explained that you have to deal the finance in a daily way, daily way. Even if you are a housewife, you have to take care the money, you have to take care and whatever the money you have available in the budget, you have to manage this budget, the available money accordingly. And if some of them or not some of them, I think everybody also tries to save some money from that available money so they can spend it in a difficult time. So this is a very important area in each of our life. uh, if you manage this well, I think at the end you get the good results. For example, if any organization is started from scratch, they have to have a good plan of money, and they have to have a good follow up as well. If they can manage it in a good way, they can definitely assist the operation people, marketing people, and everybody, all other departments to manage it in a better way. So the most important thing is that the planning of finance. If you can plan it in a better way, you can get the good results. If the planning is good, the execution will be easy, and you will not get the surprises if you have planned everything in a well mannered way. Definitely, you have to make budget, feasibilities, and all other things, which we will cover in the next area. Control over finance at various stage. And that means that you have to have a control of the finance at every stage. You have to stop leakages. You have to make some backup if any uncertain or uncertain situation arises. So you have to have a good backup, and you have to have a good plan as well. And what if not finance plan properly, you will get surprises. And suppose you plan that you need 5 million to start a project, and when you go to the execution process, you realize that no, it is not 5 million, it is 7 million, because some of the thing you did not plan. So everything will be collapse, and you will face a huge problems, and might be a result of closing down the organization. Various type of businesses in our daily life, where we have to deal finance everywhere. First is sole proprietorship or single owned business. There is a person, suppose I want to start a business, I want to start a company, and I don't want anybody to be partner or be with me, and I have enough money to start this business. So what I will do, I will start I will start this business, and I will be classified as sole proprietorship or single owned business. Similarly, if I and one of my partner, they think that we should go together to share our expertise or maybe to share our finances. So this type of business is called partnership. At the end, the corporates means the companies. Before I start corporate, so I think partnership illegal requirement is 1 to 22. If the people are from 1 to 22, and if above that, they will classify it in corporate. Not only this, but if they go for corporates directly, and they have directors, they will classify it as well in corporates. We have various type of corporates, like private limited companies. There are some people who solely manage the shares of the company and solely contribute everything for that company. On the other hand, we have public limited company, where people ask money from the people, and they give ownership in form of shares. They offer the shares in the stock market, and people come and take the shares. We have we may have two type of public companies. One is if it is if one is that shares are circulated in the market. The other one is that shares are not circulated in the market, but limited to one to few people. So if there can be two type of public limited companies. Other than that, there are some other companies like guarantees and guarantee company, and various NPOs as well, where their aim is not to make any money, but just to manage cash and expenses what they are earning. Normally they have a cause, social cause, and help sort of thing, and they don't aim for the profit like other companies do. Then we have components of financial statements. What are the components of financial statements? We have income statement, profit and loss. We have balance sheet, income statement, profit and we loss, and then we have balance sheet and cash flow statement, statement of changes in equities, notes to the accounts, and others. We have these six type of company components in the financial statement. They are also defined in IAS 1. So they are actually components of financial statement. Balance sheet name is changed. Now it's called statement of financial position. And as we are dealing in the corporate finance, so we have to deal the cash flows. We are not concerned about we are definitely we are not much concerned about the profitability, but we are more concerned about how to manage the cash. So our target is cash flows. What are the components of cash flow? We have operating activities. Operating activities means those activities which are directly related to the operations, and the purpose of the company is formed. For example, if a manufacturing process is there, suppose a company is making juices, so all the process, all the operation, and all the finances which requires to run these activities are included in the operating activities. Then we have investing activities, those activities which we need to invest to generate the profit. For example, machineries, for example, any building, any sort of these things we are called investing activities. Financing activities are those which are related to the finance. For example, if we need some loan to run our operations, and we take finances from the bank, so we have to have financing activities. At the beginning, we have opening cash and cash equivalents, and then at the end we have closing cash and cash equivalents. Cash and cash equivalents are those items which can be liquidated within 3 months of the time. So then if we add back all these with opening balances, all these three activities with opening balances, the result should be our closing balance. What are the operating activities and how corporate finance deals? There are some activities I would like to discuss here, which are directly our corporate operating activities. For example, working capital management. Everything you buy from the supplier, you sell to the customer, you are paying to the employees, you are managing the overheads, everything related to the working capital, they are fall under the operating activities, and there is a specific area for working capital management you have to take care. So working capital management is very important. The cycle of working capital should be dealt very carefully, and you have to manage the finance for working capital. If you can't manage the finance, your operation will be disturbed and you cannot deliver the orders on time. Then account receivable and cash collection is also very important. You have to deal with the customer and collect the money on time. The earlier you get the money, the good cash flow cycle you need, and the less amount you need to invest in the operations. Similarly, payment to supplier also very important. If you get a good credit margin from the supplier, you can have a good favorable operating cycle, working capital cycle, and you can manage your cash. You can invest this cash which you need to pay to the supplier to somewhere else. Similarly, overhead payments are also part of the operating activities, like salaries, like electricity and other things which you need to pay as overhead. And others can be anything which arise from time to time, and you have to take care these things. What are the investing activities? Some of the examples are purchase of a machinery, land and building, getting some equipments, buying latest manufacturing unit, research and development cost, and others. So all these things are classified in investing activities. Actually, they are the investment which for your operation, which will generate some activities for the company, which, for what this company is formed. Similarly, we have some examples of financing activities like issuance of shares. If it is a company, right shares, shares can be three types: new shares, right share, and bonus shares. Bonus shares are anything company is offering to their shareholders free of cost as a bonus. Right share is that some company is offering new shares in form of a specific ratio. For example, if somebody has 10 shares, they can buy 1 shares as a right share on par value. Suppose par value is 10 and market value is 100, so everybody, all the existing shareholder would like to buy the shares. Issuance of other form of raising capitals, like we have debentures, they are form of you can say loan. Premium shares, they are fall between capital and your liquidity, your liabilities. You issue some no, sorry, they are not premium shares, they are preference shares. Bond and treasury bills, there are some bonds and some treasury bills you can issue as well, and you can take some loan from the bank in others, and there are other ways also, like leasing sort of thing. Getting long term loan is also possible, that you get some long term loan from the bank, and you offer bank, if bank offers you this, you can generate finances from that also. Payment of dividend is also fall under financing activities. It could be cash dividend or it could be stock dividend, as I mentioned above. Various options are available in raising the capital. For example, bonus shares, as I explained already, right shares, new shares, and others. Others can be any sort of other shares which company would like to offer. So, what is corporate finance? Corporate finance deals with how operation address funding sources, capital structuring, and investment decision. Corporate finance is often concerned with the maximum shareholder value through long and short term finance planning and the implementation of various strategies. Corporate finance activities range from capital investment to tax consideration. So all the area relate to the finance within the organization is fall under the corporate finance, and all the activities which are done for this purpose are corporate finance activities. Corporate finance is concerned with how business fund their operation in order to maximize profit and minimize cost. This is the main purpose of corporate finance, to maximize the profit. If the cash flow are managed well, the profit will be maximized. It deals with the day-to-day operation of the business cash flow as well as with long-term financing goal. In addition to capital investment, corporate finance is concerned with the monitoring cash flows, accounting preparation, financial statement, and taxation. So all these things are included in the part of corporate finance. This is a diagram that investing and financing and dividend, these three things are actually classified as corporate finance. In investment, machine, equipment and vehicle and building are fall at any sort of investment which need for to run the operation. Financing means bank borrowing, LC facility, long term loan, new shares and right shares. And dividend means, as I discussed, is cash and stock and bonus dividend. So the bottom line is that to maximize shareholders or owners wealth this is the purpose of corporate finance. Various example of the project where corporate finance deals. For capital raising, if you need to raise a capital, you need the corporate finance, that okay, what amount should be raised, how much shares should be issued, etc, etc. Research and development cost, if you are going for some research and development, you need good corporate finance, and you have to manage all the activities balanced by back up by the finance. Introducing new product, if you are planning for a new product, you have to have a corporate finance people who can manage arrange the money for these things. Entering new markets, if you are planning to enter to a new market, you definitely need money, and for that purpose corporate finance people doing their role to maximize the wealth of the organization. Developing new manufacturing units, if you are trying to develop a new manufacturing unit which can save the cost, you have, so the corporate finance people will guide you that is it feasible or not by measuring through different corporate finance tools. Entering into a new area, suppose if a company is doing very well in local market and they are going for for international market, so to for that purpose also corporate finance people need a lot of support, a lot of work to address this area. Shifting to advanced or automatic manufacturing process. Suppose your current manufacturing process is very weak and very bad, and you need to have a good advanced system where you can save a lot of cost, and so for that purpose you need a good finance amount to replace this to the automatic or new system. Entering to new business, for example, if you are doing very well in one business and you think that you can go for another business, so you have to have the new business and you have to have those people who can support and bring finances, arrange finances for the new business. Various tools and method used for evaluation project. We have NPV, we have payback, we have IRR, we have others. We evaluate these tools we normally have, and we evaluate the projects through these tools. These tools I will definitely discuss this in my next lecture. NPV and payback period, what are these things? various roles in corporate finance. Who manages the corporate finance? We have CFOs, we have treasurer, we have finance manager, we have investment managers, and their support staff as well. So, various organization where finances can be obtained. We can get the finance through stock exchange. We can get the finance through banks. We can get the finance through virtual capital. We can get the finances through any leasing companies and so many other places, SMEs, some partnership, some investor. So there can be a lot of people who can provide the finance. I hope you understand the corporate finance now. What exactly is corporate finance? If you have any question, please put it in the comment box. And if you have not subscribed to my channel, subscribe now, because I have very good upcoming lectures. And don't forget the bell icon so you won't miss any of my lecture. Thank you very much for the support. I hope you enjoyed the lecture. Till the next, take care. Bye bye.